No matter what else is going on, perfection is right here on a Saturday afternoon. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Green Wave head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Houston's offense will have the ball first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend it.
Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Man, this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. First down, right back to Brown.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Tulane looking for the 4th down conversion here. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
There, it'll be 2nd and 8. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Got the quick pass. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking,
there's some, got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Provo. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The run inside. It's Sanford. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the move, it's Sanford. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his man. It's Kane. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Cougars want to crank the tempo. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Sanford. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
The green wave offense makes its way onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened there.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, these linebackers have to be so good at zone coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Again, it's Brown. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Makes the catch and he's free. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's McClure. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. After one quarter of play, let's do it. First play of the period will be a second down. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. Bounced off his feet.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. He's got him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights. Good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. The short hands, it's Bridges. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gets rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's straight. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first down for the offense. The play-action fake. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Fires quickly. Oh, he got loose. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll give it to Brown. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he
makes a grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
There's a crease. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To throw, it's Henderson. Got his man. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a 1st down for Houston. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Sanford. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's Sanford. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Makes the grab in their space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Sanford. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And earlier, this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And he makes the extra point. that one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Made a defender miss. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. They'll have 2 left to... There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He took a shot. Couldn't quite find his man. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. On the move from inside is 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Some misdirection with the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. In the red area, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Now run it out of the gun with Brown. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Brown. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's third and goal from the 3. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tulane. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Punts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna run it. It's Sanford. And they'll knock him down. Houston going up tempo. Back to throw. It's Henderson. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping...
Makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Hand off for Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Dangerous throw there that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops here, but he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. That lead is now 10, down to a two-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to Brown. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Could be an alley. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Pulls and fires complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best?
Turning it on! He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
He's brought down. 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Bridges. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kane. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. He sacked this defense all over him.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little. Much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's a heat. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Running inside. It's McClure. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They feed him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's McClure. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So here comes the tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help them too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give them some easy throws.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. The run inside. It's Sanford. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Moving away from pressure. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Throws to the tight end. Caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Cougar!
Step 1 by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the 2-point conversion. Cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Using his legs, it's McClure. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Under fire. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. After this, it'll be a wrap. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.